Southern Cameroonians, Amazonians. There's so much lesson to be learned from this DDR Cameroon. So many lessons that our leaders from the interim government to AGOC to Dr. Samuel Sako to Dr. Choayaba and including Eric Tato, there's so many lessons to be learned. Why is this DTR Cameroon in a way thriving? Why do you find so many soldiers trying to drop down their weapons and join the DDR of Cameroon? Well, this all goes back to the leadership that we have in Southern Cameroon, within the groups, within AGOC groups, within the interim government group, and the infighting that both groups have put for so long. The fact that they cannot find a way to work or to understand that both parties have a pivotal role to play in this revolution. Each group, the interim government or AGOC, wants to portray themselves as the leading group. And the fact that they are trying to portray themselves as a leading group is causing a lot of problems that affects the revolution, that affects the people on ground zero. Soldiers are fighting and they don't have the weapons, they don't have the equipment, they don't have what they need to continue this fight for freedom, this fight for liberty. It wasn't the people, it wasn't the Amazonians in the diaspora or Southern Cameroonians in the diaspora that called for this war. It was the citizens of Southern Cameroon in the Anglophone zone in Northwest and Southwest that decided to embark on this war that was declared by La République du Cameroon. So Southern Cameroonians in the diaspora are only supporting their brothers so that we can win this revolution, which is beneficial for all Southern Cameroonians, for all Amazonians, for all Anglophones. It is improving that it is impossible for Southern Cameroonians to be together with La République du Cameroon. It's impossible. 50 years down the drain, nothing beneficial came out from that union, from that fake union. And even if with this DDR thinking that they could succeed in making sure that all the soldiers on ground zero drop the weapon, and if that is to happen, Southern Cameroon will still have to go to hell with La République du Cameroon. So we have started something that we cannot live in a short time. We've started something that we must continue. We must make sure that it is completed. This revolution, this war for independence in Southern Cameroon must go on. And we must find a way to encourage the soldiers on ground zero to keep fighting and provide their needs so that they can have the courage, the audacity to continue this bold fight that we have decided to embark on. Dropping our weapon is not the way forward. But the leadership of Southern Cameroon must do better. Yes, we have fought among ourselves because we have different ideas, that we want to apply in Southern Cameroon, which is just, but the continuous in-house fighting among groups is not taking us anywhere. If we cannot work together, then let's find a way to respect each other's path and continue to do what is necessary for the growth of Southern Cameroon, for the growth of Ambazonia. 14 counties. We haven't still liberated one county, which is why you could have people in the DDR inside Buea, the capital of Southern Cameroon, roaming freely. Because the Fako County has not been liberated. Because the Manu County has not been liberated. Because the Momo County has not been liberated. Because the Meme County has not. Because all the counties inside Southern Cameroon have not been liberated. So the soldiers of the Republic have the right, the audacity to drive in and drive out whenever they feel like, and do whatever they want to do inside Southern Cameroon. And we don't have the soldiers to stop this. When we see some of our soldiers trying to drop their weapons, 6 ex-soldiers of Southern Cameroon were killed trying to go to the DDR. The forces of La Republique murdered them, and more of them were murdered. More Southern Cameroonian soldiers who think that they can drop their weapons after fighting a war and killing so many soldiers of La Republique du Cameroon you just go scot-free. Nah. They're gonna use the few that they have and kill the rest that they can, so that they can have control over the war. They talk of reconstruction. Shit, that's all bullshit. A couple of houses will be built, and when those couple of houses will be destroyed, the ministers will eat all the money that was meant for the reconstruction. No reconstruction is going to happen, because we know how Cameroon behaves. They are thieves, and they'll continue to steal until they can't steal no more. They'll continue to steal until they cannot steal no more. Those people who are the DDR, Clovis, Kingsley, Beltus, those who are talking for the DDR in Buea, they're just being used for their own purpose. And when their purpose is up, they'll be demolished, they'll be destroyed, they'll be murdered and killed in cold blood. Because because French Cameroon does not give a damn about English Cameroonians. They don't. They give a damn about the resources that is in Southern Cameroon. And we must control our territory. We must liberate our counties. When we liberate our counties, fools like this Clovis, Kingsley, and Beltus will now have the audacity to come and speak on live from Buea. Because when Buea is controlled, when Fako County is being controlled completely by the soldiers of Southern Cameroon, what audacity would they have to speak in our own capital? This is the time to start liberating counties and stop fighting among each other on Facebook just because we want to prove that, oh, the interim government is better. Oh, the AGOC is better. All this TikTok, this double fighting against Eric Doctor through AGOC or interim government surrogates, attacking and bashing Eric Doctor just because he represents his own views and they don't accept it. And as a matter of fact, how many times have they said that this is the person that killed Ivo? Last time I remember, Tapang Ivo was the one accusing Don Pasho on his own show that he is the one who is responsible for killing Ivo. Now they're saying that Eric Tato is the one responsible for killing Ivo. So who is truly responsible for killing Ivo? Every Southern Cameroonians who are fighting this war are responsible, including the leaders. You want to hold somebody accountable, hold somebody like Dr. Samuel Sako, hold somebody like Dr. What the fuck is his name? Dr. Choayaba. Because they should be the one to be held responsible for the death of Ivo, General Ivo. But no, they want to make it easier and point fingers on other people just because they don't like this person, or just because they don't agree with this person, or just because whatever reason it be. Making excuses, saying that the greatest forces in Southern Cameroon is the Amazonian Defense Forces. If Amazonian Defense Force is the strongest military inside Southern Cameroon, then they should take the time and take charge in liberating counties. When you liberate the counties inside Southern Cameroon, these so-called DDR fuckfaces will not have the audacity to speak in our capital doing what they're doing, because they know if they do, they're gonna get arrested, because that's going against the state of Amazonia. But so long as we don't control our counties, so long as there are forces on ground zero do not liberate our counties, how can we win this revolution? How can we say we are the strongest military force in Southern Cameroon when we cannot do that? Tapang Ivo Tango. How? How can we be the strongest force when other forces on ground zero do the job? They want to use the ADF to claim the credit. Why is that? We keep fighting over jargons, over nonsense, over bullshit, but people are dying. And the more people are dying, the more people will go against a so-called God-ordained revolution. Which is why DDR Cameroon is actually recruiting more people. Meanwhile, they are also killing ex-soldiers of Southern Cameroon as they're trying to recruit them. They're killing. It's time to refocus our energy on ground zero and stop the in-house fighting. Interim government, with their surrogate, they think that how is that helping the revolution? It is not helping the revolution, but fucking up the revolution. Which is why people like the DDR will take advantage, because they're there to take advantage to slow the momentum of the revolution. But in group fighting and money is destroying this revolution. Group fighting and control of money is destroying this revolution. If we're not careful, we will lose. In war, nothing is done until it is proven that you have won the revolution. But so long as the fighting continues, it's anybody's ball game. Anybody can win. Anyone can win. So let's focus our energy on fighting the fight that matters, rather than fighting each other just to prove that we are supreme over the other, while our public is there killing the soldiers, killing our citizens, burning our villages, destroying places inside Southern Cameroon. It's time to wake up, Southern Cameroonians, and focus on this revolution so that we can defeat La République du Cameroon. We can actually defeat La République du Cameroon in war, so long as we can concentrate on liberating the counties inside Southern Cameroon. Let's focus on that. If the ADF can focus on liberating counties, and the interim government with their soldiers can focus on liberating counties instead of fighting against the AGOVC, or instead of the AGOVC fighting against the interim government, to prove who is supreme over who, when the person that wants to claim supremacy over us is there killing our people and using some of our people to recruit our soldiers to join them in the DDR Cameroon. It's time to wake up, Southern Cameroonians. It's time to wake up, Ambazonians. It's time to understand that this is war. And in war, people die. In war, people perish. In war, to win, we must use everything possible to make sure that we win. Any means, by any means necessary. We want to win, we must work as a team. The Southern Cameroon team, the Ambazonia team, on all 14 counties, and with those in the diaspora working as a team, making sure that every soldier has what he or she needs to fight this war. Without which, it's war, and any person can win so long as the war continues. So don't think because other people are speaking in favor of you means you have finally won the game. Now, the war is not over until it is over, and we know who has won. But so long as we're still fighting the war, it is anybody's game. This is King Ejo. I'm out.